If you know what I've been through, then you say I'm amazing. If you search my DNA, then I bet you see greatness. Man, this life had a curse to me, but I fought through adversity, and I weathered the storm, and I walked through the rain. Man, I'm fresh like the mud. I'm not ashamed of the stains.
All right, welcome back. This is Road to Soulless. Road to Soulless. We got a special guest, and we got one of our past guests here, man. He just like family.
Hey, praise the Lord.
JP.
Hey, yeah, I do what I can do.
We got Deshaun.
Yes, sir.
Deshaun.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we just gonna Road to Soulless. If you don't know, Road to Soulless means completion of oneself. So we on the road to completion of oneself. That's what we doing. So yeah. So the time that we spent, yeah, for real. I had just thinking about the whole situation, but yeah, man. So from now, I'm gonna go to you since you passed. You know, feel free to butt in, whatever. We just want to have a real genuine conversation. So from the past time that you've been on the show, what you've been through so far, from then to now.
Oh man. Well, from now, I was in the process then of trying to step into create actions of what was a vision. And now, without even meaning to, I'm done what I spoke. Without even meaning to. Like I'm about to go on another tour in a week. But I just came back from a tour, so ever since I got this new apartment, since then I got a new apartment. Yeah. But I just been moving without even realizing it for real. Mm-hmm. I was working, flew in, moved in here, flew back out, came back, got a little something. So you came back out, came back in, went back out. I ain't never stopped, and I just been hustling.
Yeah. So let me can I ask you a question? As far as on tour, what do you mean by that?
By touring, what I mean is,
yeah, you do music.
I do music. Yeah. So I was doing. So the last one I was doing the Nick Cannon Wildin' Out tour. I was doing the audio for that. So I was a part of the audio team, and I was over RF, so make sure all the frequencies and everything was set up, and it set up Monitor World. So every day, that was my little ritual. Every day, it's 9 a.m. trucks getting unloaded. You know what I'm saying? So you go in, do what you gotta do, set it up, get to work, and then the show happened. Boom, boom, same stuff. Every day, same shit. Another day, another dollar. Then they try to go holler. It's the same thing. It's just it's just been moving. And I ain't even I just been working. I've been in the mode where I'm just trying to get to it. 'Cause I see them numbers and I schedule it out, and I'm budgeting.
Yeah. That's a lot of I know I feel like we all can speak on that though. Mm-hmm. Just budgeting and being because as we grew up, budgeting had been a problem. Because we come from a family. I know I come from a family that when it comes to budgeting and money, it's hard because we didn't come from a lot of money, so it's hard to budget that. You know what I mean? To put the priorities first, and because it's we want the things that we didn't have. You know what I mean? So it's really hard though.
Yeah, it is.
I think when it comes to budgeting, it's more you got to figure out what's your desires. I think everybody go through a phase, you know how they say a person who hit the lottery, they splurge on it because they ain't never had that. Yeah. I feel like you got to go through a phase where you lose it. You got it.
And building discipline too.
You feel me? You got to know what it feel like to lose. Yeah. Because you don't never want to lose that again, so you got to take that punch and be like, damn, that shit hurt, but I know I can get it back. Yeah. So now that you know how to get it back, you gonna kind of let it go just a little bit. Sure. You're like,
But you're powerful with that. When you know what I'm saying, you get something back, you lose it all, you get it back. So you for sure, you a person that's keeping it together when it's hard to keep it together.
For sure.
Yeah. I know. I feel like we all been through that. What's the point in time in your life that you lost it, and then you got it right back? That feeling,
bro.
It's many.
So many. You go from money, as far as training, because you're a trainer as well. But when I first started training, I was all in, thinking okay, let me put all my best foot forward. I'm gonna put all this money into it, and you quickly learn when your client's ready to stop. they ready to start. Like, and then you could accumulate all this money, so you think it's gonna come in. Like in your head, you calculate like if I get this amount of clients and I do this, is that, I'm gonna make this money, that money, that money. All that shit sound nice. All that shit sound nice until all your clients hit the summertime. I'm like, okay, we ready to go outside.
Reality hit.
And so you know your money stop. You like, you feel me? So that's what hit my reality when it came to start my own business. It was like, bro, you gotta set yourself up for success when they not here.
Right.
Feel me? Like, so that quickly humiliated me in that way. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Well, this day go out on that day, I'm about to buy this, I'm about to buy that. Then next thing you know, bro, I should stop.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So what's all the statuses? Like I see you on the gram. Like you do modeling too, bro. Like you do modeling. You're a trainer. Also a content creator. What else? Added on to that?
Man. So my number one thing has been business marketing for digital design, basically stuff like that. So I went to school for media. So digital design and media is a psychology. So anything that when it comes to making you look the part, when it comes to your brand, that's my job. So your logo, that's my job. The psychology of your brand and how you market is my job. The way you build the website and the psychology behind that website is my job. So that's my main source. And then training was a hobby. I knew I was good at that. I was raised in the gym, so turned that into income. As far as model, I love clothes. Trust me, this is just them right now. Just know I love clothes, so it was always a thing where I desired to be like the James Bond, dark skinned James Bond. You feel me? Right. All the women love him. Yeah. He can't beat his dad. He had the best cars. He had the best clothes. So I wanted to be a Renaissance man. So that's where that kind of modeling type came from.
That's crazy. I use that a lot. The Renaissance man. Do you know what a Renaissance man?
I ain't never used it.
Really? It's a man who does everything.
Everything.
A little bit of
and high.
At a high level, he does everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I always wanted to be well-rounded. And so I never limit myself. Like if it's something that you do, like how you say with audio, music, I'll come into your world like a baby.
Exactly.
I don't know nothing. Teach me like I'm 9 years old. You feel me? So
that's exactly what I do.
But what that do is open your mind up to receive information because babies don't know. Only thing they know what to do is watch. So I go into every situation like I don't know nothing, even though I know everything that you're talking about.
I just use that. I feel like that's just like a state of figuring out how to read the room for me. That's how I like. Cause I do that, but I do that as a natural thing of reading the room. Where I may come in and I don't know nothing about none of y'all. But I know at the end of the day, like a lot of my scenarios is in the work. But even with that, I come in and I know at least I gotta do this. So at least that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it to the top. But once I found out that I can get a little freedom to do this and a little bit of that,
You gonna do it yoga.
and then because once the stuff is stuck, I'm trying to tell you, and I'm coming in hot. I learned I'm gonna learn how to stay quiet and watch what's going on, and then see. And then so why don't we do it like this? Because if you do it like this, the breakdown process on the back end would be so much quicker. And then we can speed it up. We can speed the process up. We not down. Like I'm thinking about like, I see why we did it like that. I get it, but if we did it like this, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I've always approached it. But I use that business mindset with it. Like that's how I feel of it. It's just like a reading the room and then understanding who to talk to. And that's my man. That's who I want to talk to. And then some when we be like, my man, and then you run the same conversations that everybody talking about, like, well, he always I talk about him crazy. We would
That's how it be though.
But like, I've been in all those scenarios.
So, go ahead.
Go ahead.
When like as a since we speaking on Renaissance man, I know I've been in the past where a lot of people like, man, why don't you just focus on one thing? And y'all been through that, like just focus on one thing, and then you can excel at that. But you know deep down inside you like, man, I'm king. Like I can do it all. What do you tell those people that always focus, that tell you to focus on one thing?
So, in my opinion, how I look at it is, and again, this is just my opinion, but they say, like Robert Greene, mastery, he said it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert, 20,000 hours to become a legend. You know what I'm saying? So, if you do that math, that's 3 hours a day on one subject. How many hours are in a day? You can get all the way up to 5 subjects of hard focus. If you put 3 hours of focus on one subject, you can get 5 subjects done in a day. That consistency will take you 10 years. If you put 6 hours into one subject, that'll take you up to 5.5, maybe 6 years to become a master at what it is that subject is. So in my opinion, when they say that, I look at it from a perspective of most people can't lock in on one subject hard enough, so they gonna fuck up, or they gonna pull off. You can check your phone. You supposed to be doing your work. Check your phone, do your work. Yeah, go talk to some girl, do your work. Your boy trying to get you to go out, do something, do your work. Yeah, you never really locked in. So it's gonna take you X amount of years to focus on that one subject. But if you truly lock in and get rid of all them desires, you can become a master at whatever that one subject in a matter of 5 years, 6 years, if you really lock in.
Yeah.
So I don't say that people are wrong for saying that. They just don't understand the mindset behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like they projecting. They're projecting.
Right.
That's what it is. That fear of or just lack of self knowledge.
Yeah.
That part too.
Yeah.
I always believe you gotta learn something every day.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
OG's been telling me that. They been like, hey, bro, what you learn today? What you learn today?
Yeah. Yeah. What is it like? Tell
What
me
you learn?
something.
Did you learn anything today?
Yeah, and how can you apply it?
And how can you apply it?
Because
You know what I'm saying?
if you teach me what you learn, then I need to, one is teaching you how to regurgitate what you learned.
Mhm.
Two, you have the ability to teach somebody else.
Yeah.
And if you can teach somebody else, I mean, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you can't teach somebody else, you don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Even like with and it's a lot of people that's really successful, or really, I say they in the S quadrant. They self made when it comes to having self. They own their own business, but they feel like when it comes to teaching someone else, they try to hold the information. You know what I mean? What do y'all tell people that's trying to hold the information and they got the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, but they holding it? What do you tell a person? What advice would you give a person like that?
It's almost like I wouldn't even have to watch it happen for them, because it's when you holding stuff, you're not trying to help the next, which means the next ain't gonna try to help you.
Cycle full circle.
Yeah, so it's almost like it's a personal growth thing with that. Because if you know this, yeah, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go talk to that person about you're not trying to grow. If you're trying to grow, the way to grow is duplicate yourself. If you're doing this, the next person has an interest in that, let them do that so that you can start doing this. At the same time, you may be you paying them. All of a sudden now you're a businessman. All of a sudden, because now you think, oh, hey bro, can you do this? Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna make sure it's taken care of. Put somebody else on that job. Boom. Next call. Hey bro, you can do this? Yeah, I got somebody for you. Yeah, you can make that happen. Put somebody else. Now everybody eating at the same time. Growing, you growing, they growing. It's the growth thing for me. I feel like you can't grow the person that ain't trying to put nobody else on.
Yeah.
You can't grow. That ain't no strong foundation. That's well, I'm looking. I'm gonna grab and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna stand up. And now all of a sudden, now you looking crazy. You the one looking crazy. All of a sudden, nobody want to work with you. But I don't think that's growth. I think that's a self-growth thing.
Yeah.
So I sit back and watch that.
There you go. That's how I look at it.
Like, that's how I'll do it. I'll let them. Those are the people that I'll be like, cool. And I sit back and let them go say that.
Surpassing people that's closed-minded like that.
Yeah. Cause at the end of the day, you could talk, but I'm gonna do the action. That's at the end of the day, that's cool. I don't even have to say nothing to you, bro. You talking, my man, cool. Cause you just talked for 3 hours while I was just doing what you were talking about. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So that's my man.
Applaud.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, let them do it. That's what they want.
Yeah. Hey, what's your take on it, man?
So I'm a huge book person. So how I look at it, let me lay the foundation first. I don't subscribe to the idea of right or wrong, good or bad. So I subscribe to outcome. Like you, I'm huge on action. I'm huge on what it is that you want. If you want that, you gotta go after that. You gotta go do it. Yeah. You feel me? Only way you're gonna get it is if you do something about it. So for me, there's a book called The Kabbalah, and it basically explains to why people move in secret societies. And at the beginning of the book, it basically explains when they try to tell the truth to people, they actually attack them. Feel me? They actually was like, nah, you can't. That ain't about to be. You know what I'm saying? We ain't about to do that. You crazy for thinking this way. Yep. And then when you really think about a time where you try to put somebody on, it kind of backfire on you. Or you try to tell them about, believe in oneself. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to become who you are, you gotta go inside self and do that shadow work. They like, man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't trying to hear all that. Yeah. You talking about going through trauma and all that. I ain't trying to. Yeah. So what happened is, they like, okay, well, if this is gonna be the response, let's put out here a message to people who really want it, and the people who really want it to figure it out. So when they finally figure it out, we'll work with the ones who want it, and the ones who don't, we'll bid y'all day. Yeah. And what happened over time was basically the 20% controlled the 80%. So now you're seeing a whole bunch of, it's very hard to find that 20. It's very hard to connect to that 20 because they're looking at you like, we heard this story already. We know you're hungry. We know you're driven. We know you want to do this. We know you want to do that. But do you really want to do that? Are you willing to sacrifice what you want for that? Are you willing to, live under your means? When you was talking about as far as the budgeting, that's the number one thing that most people fuck up at. But are you willing to do? Are you willing to get away from the girls? You feel me? Yeah. Are you willing to do all that? Man, I don't think you. Dog, you're not ready for that. Yeah. We're gonna put you through a whole bunch of tests to see if you really want it. And then next thing you know, we're gonna weed out the weed. Yeah. So to me, it's like I said, it's not about right or wrong, it's just about what you're willing to do for it. And majority of the people are not willing to do what it is that they need to do to go out and go get it. That 80%. Yeah. So, like you said, bro, it's really hard to find the 20. It's really hard to find people who on that same type time because they don't want it that much. They want it to be given to them. And you can't go into a situation wanting something in a victim mentality or wanting a handout, bro. You ain't giving you nothing you ain't work for. Exactly. I can't respect that. As a man, I can't respect another man who ain't willing to get his hands dirty. Exactly. You feel me? I like to be clean, but at the same time, I'm willing to get down there. You feel me? So, the same way how a CEO respects the janitor got to respect the CEO. Because without the janitor, the CEO wouldn't be there. But without the CEO, the janitor wouldn't have a job. You feel me? Yeah. So it's kind of like it comes full circle. But I got to know you willing to work. Yeah. If you ain't willing to work, dog, you miss me, guys.
Yeah. So I heard foundation from both of y'all. Team, that's like a root of the foundation. No matter if it's family, friends, whoever. What's some of the principles that y'all look from a team that should have to flourish?
The principles, you gotta be strong spirited. For one.
What you mean by that?
Strong spirited, because your spirit speak before you.
Oh, you talking about your presence?
Yeah.
I like that.
You gotta be strong spirited. Just like how I was talking to you before we even started this. I said, yeah, you smooth, man. I didn't even know you, but you a smooth motherfucker. Yeah. Because the spirit speak before you. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be strong spirited. That's the first thing I look for. That's first. The next is, how do you overcome your current challenge? Which that is something that I just have to watch. Time will tell. But I can't just build with you right away. Time will tell. Because I need to see how you gonna overcome your challenge.
Can I let me please? Listen, lady, if you was never put on game, if you want a man who, a solid man, I mean, I say good, what he just said was very critical. A man who can solve a problem and get himself out of a hole is dangerous. Like that shit is dangerous. So for you to say you look for a person how they can solve that problem, and you give them time to solve that problem, that's critical.
Yeah.
Give a man time to solve a problem, you feel me? Like, continue, bro. I just want to jump in.
That thing deep, man. That gonna hit you in the throat right there. Cause it's one of those things. It's time will tell, man. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Like even like I could go through. That's the second thing. I'm gonna get to a third point. Three my lucky number. But even with you, we don't speak every day. We don't need to speak every day because we're strong.
Right.
We know 2 years ago, 1 year ago, present, 5 years from now. We looking at us. See how it went from a jump.
Yeah.
Recent past, bigger future. That's what we look at. So I know I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna see you.
Yeah, for sure.
I know who I'm gonna see.
For sure.
It's I'm gonna know exactly what I'm gonna see. I know it's off of just what is your motivation and shit. Like you driven. I'm driven. I don't gotta say that I'm driven to be driven. I'm just driven. I act. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I also this will be my third one that I look for. The third one will be how do you take care of yourself?
Yeah.
How do you take care of yourself? Okay. Because you can get the job done, but do I want to be around you while you're getting the job done? You know those folks that you just gotta call just cause fuck, I gotta get the shit taken care of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit.
Yeah.
And you know the ones that's like, oh, we getting to it. We doing our thing. Because we all care. We taking care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro, you want to be around, bro. You want to be around. You want to be like you just want to be around people that take care of themselves. It's that too. It's about hold yourself everything without even speaking. I could tell it without even speaking. All three of those things are something I could tell without even speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before the business conversation, before any conversation.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Yeah, that's crazy. 'Cause a lot of people they judge you from the outside and not the inside out, and that's where a lot of people mess up at. Or they think I can't read you, especially women. I don't know how to read you. You know what I mean? Like nah, you just gotta pay attention. Like how y'all want us to pay attention to you. You gotta pay attention to us.
They don't want to work, bro.
Yeah. I feel like society messed that up.
Yeah,
For sure.
it did.
For sure. I think it's a lot of miseducation, and the reason why I use mis versus uneducated is because you're educated about something, you just don't have the education that you want based off the outcome that you want.
Yeah.
Like for example, there was this podcast that I was watching. I'm gonna shout them out because you can tag me. Networking, you feel me? It was this podcast called The Crucible, and I commented up under there, and they was talking about the concept of what women do, what men do. And to me, again, going back into not believing in the right or wrong scenario, to me, the game is the game, bro.
Yeah.
And the way I explain the game is basically like it's categories. Each category got separate rules. So I'm gonna explain it from a card game standpoint. Everybody can relate to this. You've been to a barbecue, you can relate to it. Pick out all that. You can relate to it. So you got spades. Spades equals marriage. It take two to tango. In the spades, you need a good partner. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got tunk is the boyfriend-girlfriend relationship status. You feel me? And then you got like Uno and phase 10. Dog, that's for single people, hoes, gold diggers, scammers, drug dealers, all that. You feel me? Similarities to that is they all card games. The similarities to that is you want to win. But the difference is the rules, the instructions on how to play. You cannot go play spades with Uno rules.
Yeah.
Like, that's delusional, man. What you think you finna do?
Wow, that's a good, like you said, that's a good way to categorize the standards, right?
Hey, that's good.
You see what I'm saying?
Standards, bro.
Damn niggas, man.
It come down to that. You feel me? So that's going back into to make it full circle. A lot of people just miseducated based off the outcome that they want. You trying to play Uno, trying to play Tom. That don't work, man.
Yeah.
You set yourself up for failure. If you want to play Uno, if you want to be a hoe, you feel me? Do you? I like hoes.
Amen.
But I never marry one.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
You, a woman or a man who say they want to move a certain way, and you want married? Well, no, come on, that's delusion.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But if you know you want to be a girlfriend, boyfriend, there's certain rules to that. You want to be married, there's certain rules to that.
Yeah.
No matter how you do it, and this is how I explain it too. The game is objective. The game has no morals in it. So that concept of right or wrong, good and bad, hero, villain, you put morals in the game is the game.
Yeah.
It's about winning. You feel me? And that's what the 48 Laws of Power is about. It ain't got shit to do with morals. It got everything to do with power. The game is the game. Now when you add morals to it, you feel me? That's when you can have a conversation about what you believe, what you agree. So right. So when you're playing the game, you got to come to terms with. You got to use terms like agree to disagree. Because how you might go about it, I might not agree with it.
Yeah.
But same way with beauty. It's subjective. Morals is subjective. You build your own moral code. Like basically right now, you got that vibe. It seems like we all on the same moral code. Not everybody is subscribed to that moral code. That's okay. You just can't sit at this table. You feel me? It's cool.
Yeah.
You just do your own thing.
Amen.
You feel me? You do something, you know what I'm saying? Suckers is meant to be licked.
Amen.
Get the fuck on. Like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, this is not what we on. So it's cool.
Hey, so look, man, these are commandments that I made, I say about last year. And I want y'all, if y'all agree with it, tell me why y'all agree with it. Okay. Or either or. If y'all disagree, tell me why.
Right.
All right, so commandment number 1, only make moves when your heart is in it.
Only make moves when your heart is in it.
I think that's 50-50.
Yeah, I would almost disagree with that because there's gonna be some things in life where off of your foundation, this is what you should do. But in the current situation, you went so far off that now your heart is involved in it. So there's going to be a point where you have to make that head over heart decision. Because it's going to hurt you, but you need to do this to grow, to get to the next level.
So logic over emotion. That's how you.
Almost so, because I would say you can't always, I believe it's 50-50, like, because you can't always, sometimes you're going to need to go with that heart, that gut, that inner feeling, but sometimes you're going to be like, damn, I want to do this, because I'm really actually invested, I'm invested because I actually became, invested into something, which I should have never invested myself into in the first place. But now I got to make the decision to, it's time to ease on back. It's going to hurt me. I might not, it's going to hurt, but I got to ease on back. So that's why I would say that, because I've done it personally. I've done it, and I've had it happen too. Yeah. Both ways. So,
For sure. I agree. Hey, if you agree, we go to the next.
Hey, let me say, it's hard for me to subscribe to agree or disagree. It's more so I think it's like a 50-50 or 80-20. I think your heart is gonna drive you. But you sometimes you will do some things to get done, to get the goal accomplished. Like, you might not want to hit. I might not want to do that. You feel me? For example, we go out. You know what I'm saying? You got a bad girl, right? Next thing you know, that bad girl block. Well, she got a friend. That's biggest day. Big shirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now my heart in it for you. I'm not kind of blocking it. But you my dog, so I'm like, I gotta take it for the team. My heart not in that. You feel me? My heart in the fact that you my dog, you feel me? So I gotta let me just distract her head real quick. You feel what I'm saying? Like so it kind of I think it's straddled depending on the circumstance. Yeah. So that's why I say it's kind of hard for me to agree but disagree.
But let me ask you though. You wrote that down.
Okay.
So right back at you. Why would you agree with that? Or what is your reasoning behind agreeing? Not saying why, but what is your
It's
reason?
crazy. I know it goes back. It can be a certain type of trauma, but I was raised like that. So it's like I go into my internal feeling, like my intuition when it comes. Okay, if I ain't feeling it, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
And my intuition ain't steer me wrong. Never. Like it's like okay, you feel like you need to leave somewhere. You need to distance yourself. Okay, for instance, we in a party. You know what I mean? You got females all in, you having a good time, but you got a group of guys over there. They on the wall. Like,
That's true. That's true.
you know what I mean? You like,
Yeah.
you're like, nah, I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to go with that internal feeling. It's like it's time to leave.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like your whole being is like giving you the chills. Like, yo, let's go. You know what I mean? So it's that feeling in my heart.
I agree with that. That's why I say I think it's like an
Situational.
80-20.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like an
definitely
80-20 because I think it's situational exactly. Cause I'm same situation. I've been in there, and I know I gonna seen it happen before it happened and watched it happen and was proactive during it happened.
Yeah.
So I've been in the scenario that I know it. I felt the energy when I feel it. Like I know energy when I feel it. I know how to transfer my energy, and I know how to receive energy.
Energy don't lie.
Yeah.
Facts. Commandment number 2. Never underestimate the lows and respect the highs.
Yeah, I was 100% agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Let's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Got you. All right, let's go to 3. Progressing forward. Never put expectations to people, places, and things.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
You get let down if you put an expectation on anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. I'm gonna forward. If they not wealthy in the mind, small talking and limit your time.
Yeah.
We discuss this.
Yeah. I like that.
I was like, yo. Yeah, this one came off. I had to write it down, like right after I was in the situation. I was like, yeah, and it kept happening in cycles.
So what's the situation?
It was just like basically, being a visionary, you're always trying to get people to see what you see, but it's like they're like, okay, you know what I mean? They one word, it's a yes or no. You know what I mean? It's not like they can't really see what you actually saying, so they just give me. Oh, matter of fact, I was with this female, right? And she was saying that I needed encouragement, but I was getting frustrated at the time because I need time to figure it out. And she was like, yeah, you got it, go. Just basic information, basic motivation. And it was like, you know what? I'm gonna just hold on that. I ain't need to go further. I'm like, let me go where I need the right guidance. And that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just small talk and stop telling people to plan. Small talk and keep it pushing.
I agree with that. I believe to back off that, everybody doesn't need to know everything. So it's basically like moving like that. Small talk to people that you ain't grown with. Like I said, the team aspect we was talking about. If you learn that you can't grow them, or if you still figuring out if you can grow them, they don't need to know your plan, or they don't need to know your current situation. Because sometimes people latch on just because of the situation or where you're going.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah.
I bet you that too.
I agree. I do think you gotta small talk people, and you gotta kind of gauge them, because it's kind of like I can tell you the vision. For example, it's kind of like I call it the color game. If I tell you the color blue, if I tell you the color red, you feel me? If I tell him the color pink, and then next I'll let y'all go out. I'm about to see who outside the circle gonna bring me that color. So it's kind of like that. Let me know who I can fuck with. I can't.
Yeah.
So even when you put it in that aspect of like small talk, yeah, I'm gonna small talk you. I'm gonna hold my dream. I'm gonna hold the vision. But I'm gonna small talk you. I'm gonna bait you to see if you really about what you say you about. Or see if our morals or principles align. Because at the end of the day, that color will come back.
Yeah,
And if
yeah,
it don't come back, then we solid.
Yeah.
But somebody gonna drop that color.
Yeah.
You feel me? So yeah, I do agree with that. I think you should small talk people until you get them to the point where we solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Commandment number 5. Be aware of the inspired ones. The inspired ones can become your competition.
Say it one more time.
Be aware of the inspired ones. The inspired can become your competition.
Explain.
Explain. Yeah.
So, hold on. I think I put it in it. Okay. So the inspired ones, they can become your competition. Okay. We go back to the female.
Right.
Guys are like, man, you got a good girl, man. They, you know what I mean? Yeah, you feel me? They like, yeah. So they're like, you know. And then they come around, you know, they want what you got.
Yeah.
So how can you,
Okay.
you know what I mean? You gotta watch them. Like I'm saying, like be aware, be aware of them.
Yeah.
So you know, watch, be aware because they inspire what you have. So you gotta,
Okay. Yeah. So I could.
yeah.
Okay, but so then I could play this from two sides. I agree with that. You got to be aware of it, but you also got to be able to have discernment between those who are actually saying certain things for you to hear, or those that are saying things because of their hunger. I think there's a discernment between those two.
How can you tell the difference?
It's tough. That's
Is it the tone? Is it the
It's not even it's the action. It's not the tone, it's the action. It's if because I've been in scenarios where I had I've like me and you rocking for years.
yeah.
But let's bring a female into it because females always have some type of issue or involved with something.
Yep.
With something. But put it like this, boom. He ended up getting a new girl. Right? And so I let him do his thing. But I started seeing the changes that she had on him. And so, not me saying certain things about his girl to him on, like, I was more so just saying, like, hey, bro, since, like, this is what I peep, type shit, right? But, that was a genuine me telling you that.
Yeah.
He cut me off. Later, she was the reason that he got locked up. So, Pete, how everything happened. To this day, we never spoke. Once that happened, it is what it is. But, I've also been in situations where it's somebody saying something and then they actually go and they go do it. Like they be like, you know, show me fine, and then they behind your back. But you know, like you know what I'm saying? So I also understand that too.
Yeah.
I can
It's the action.
I can tell you exactly how you can identify the difference between the two. You feel me? Using the same situation with a girl. They're called passive aggressive cues. So let's say we all go out, right? And it's a girl that we all trying to hit on, or we see a girl that we all like. You feel me? And we trying to identify who's gonna take her. Let's say you borrow my shirt, right? You borrow my shoes, but I borrowed your pants, and I borrowed your watch.
Yeah.
We all trying to compete for that girl. Next thing you know, I'm like, the girl come around, we feel me, we in the club, we lit. Next thing you know, she come up, she talking, this is on the third, she talking to you. I'm like, but my shirt look good on you, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yo, I see this couple.
I know exactly what you're talking about now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because the lames would do that. Like,
Yeah.
the ones that, like, lack that self-confidence, they'd be like, oh, you beat me to the punch. Now I got it. That's crazy. You gotta throw him up under the bus just to get it, and it's gonna turn out right.
Passive aggressive cue. You can even flip the scenario. You and your girl, right? You feel me? We out. I'm your girl. We out, right? Your type walk past. You feel me? Next thing you know, you like, me. Like in your head, you like, yeah. She hit you with the, oh, babe, you know I'm gonna pay for it because I know you ain't got that. You ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Loud. Wow. Yeah. I know you ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? I got you this time. Yeah. You like what?
Yeah.
What you talking about? That's crazy. Flip the scenario. You know what I'm saying? You come around, your girl like your man. She like, normally she don't go get nothing. You know what I'm saying? While you home, she ain't asking you, baby, you want water? You want this? You want some chips? Yeah. You want this, that, and the third? You come around, y'all chilling playing the game. She like, oh, babe, hit. Dude, you like that? You want that? You want this? Here you go. Dress skimpy as fuck. You look like,
Yeah.
what the fuck you got home? What you doing? Little cues like that you know something. Like you be like,
Yes, red flags.
all right. Yeah. So they call it passive aggressive cues, like small gestures that's super subtle that you can pick up on if you're really paying attention to. You should always study everybody that come across you because it's those cues will let you know what type time that person on.
Yeah.
If I'm not a hater, why would I sit here and say something against you? Right. If I ain't got no ill will towards you, there's nothing that I'm gonna tell you that's gonna put something against your either self-esteem or just something against you, period, that makes you think like, damn, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, I'm never gonna do that. Now, somebody who love you will put you on game and say, hey, bro, I don't think that was a good look that you did, because, you feel me, you put yourself in a tight situation behind closed doors. Yeah. But I'm not gonna do that in front of a whole bunch of people and be like, damn, like, you feel me?
That's facts.
But that's fucked up that you did X, Y, and Z. Now your voice getting loud. You trying to get big.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hate from the jump. They exposing themselves.
Yeah.
Like you tough times. You just those are just tough times.
Personally, actually, I'll put you in a tight situation. Hey, bro, let me know $20 real quick. You feel me? Boom. There you go. So I do that. If she know you get around the grab. Hey, you remember that time I
What? Hey, look at that thing back.
That's like I just said.
Yeah, that's over the top.
You just look at me like,
Like really.
My advice to that, just tuck it up on the 10 and never go out with that motherfucker ever again. You feel me? Because they just told you exactly who they are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Somebody valuable or genuine is not going to do that to you. Never, ever. You feel me, Joe?
Genuine.
Genuine. Yeah.
That's the word right there.
Yeah.
It's almost to it. Like, never panic, never get impatient when the success takes too long. So,
Oh yeah.
I agree with
Oh,
that.
yes, 100%. Because everything slow cook tastes better.
I like that. I like that.
Everything.
I agree with that.
Sit back and think on it. Everything slow cook tastes better.
I like that.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's solid.
Hey, man. Sit back. That's juicy. Marinated on the bone. That thing smacking. Hey, man, everything. Woo.
For sure.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
all right, commandment number 7, value your time.
Oh, for sure. Value your time. Hell yeah.
That's the only valuable thing you can't get back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you don't value your time, anybody else gonna value it. Oh yeah, they gonna take advantage. Oh yeah, got it.
All right, 8, be honest with yourself. Being honest never hurt you.
Yeah, that's growth.
So hold on.
Yeah. Make it.
I think there's a difference between truth and honesty.
Absolutely, and then too though.
Yeah. Loyalty is a touchy subject. Hold on.
Loyalty.
I think honesty is, for example, your girl asks you, does this dress make me look fat? Honesty is, I don't think that's the best looking dress for you. You feel me? Period.
So it's a certain type of way. You can be honest, but it's a certain type of.
I'm not giving you cold truth.
Yeah.
If that dress look fat, you babe, this dress look fat, hell yeah. It's still a little too tight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hugging on the back too much. You know what I'm saying? The stomach sticking out too far.
Yeah.
The arms looking like a huggy. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Like, truth is, it don't care about how you feel. It don't care about none of that. It's just what it is. Like, but I think honesty is more so, it's delivered a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think that that's the best looking dress you ever wore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look on someone else. I didn't lie.
Delivery.
It's just the delivery of how I did it. You know what I'm saying?
So, but applying that to yourself, repeat it.
It's really. I think it's destructive.
Destructive.
I think it's one of those things where it can stunt your growth.
Yeah.
Because you can be honest with yourself. You can say truthfully, okay, I've been busting my ass. I mean, you can say, I'm honest, I've been busting my ass.
Yeah.
But have you really?
Facts.
Like,
yeah.
It feel like you busting your ass. But you really been bullshitting for real. I know I'm bullshitting.
Yeah.
For example, going back on women. This is something that you gotta be honest with yourself. You feel me? Playing the game, right? You're playing Uno. But you really casual. You really playing tongue for real. But you want to play Uno. So behind closed doors, your ass playing Uno. The truth is you playing Uno, but you playing really tongue for real. I said that backwards. The truth is you playing Uno, but you being solid, playing tongue. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? You got a girl, you treating her with respect at that moment. But behind closed doors, the truth is you really smacking shit for real.
Yeah.
But honestly, you really care about this girl. You feel me?
Yeah.
You being honest about the situation. I do care about you.
Yeah,
I do.
I do.
I treat you with respect when I'm with you. The truth is, I really think you sit down with you.
It's stupid.
But the destructive part about that is the reason why I say honesty can be destructive is because when you really ready to lock down, your subconscious gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Cause now you thinking like, damn, I wonder if she out here.
Yeah.
Smacking shit.
And that shit gonna really
That
show.
shit really show.
Yeah.
So then you start to move a certain way.
That conscience start to speak then.
You feel me? So I think it can be destructive. The truth doesn't matter to everybody. You really smacking shit for real. You really not out here being loyal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You really not out here practicing what you say you're practicing. You being honest or saying like, when I'm with you, we solid.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think it can be destructive. It can stunt your growth.
Yeah. I see that. Okay.
All right, now, be humble to the knowledge and wisdom. Do not become humble to the things that enhances your insecurity.
Explain.
Yeah.
Read it one more time.
Okay. Be humble to the knowledge and wisdom. And it's just a Noah Thunder. Do not become humble to the things that enhances your insecurity. So like say if you can somebody thinking they giving you knowledge, but whole time it's feeding that insecurity. You got that friend, you know what I mean? You got that friend, or she got that friend, and she just feeding that insecurity. But you think you being humble to some honesty, being humble to the wisdom that they're giving you, but it's drug, but it's turning you in the wrong direction. You got that?
Be humble to it.
Okay.
It's almost,
Go ahead.
It's almost like with that, it's almost like your discernment just has to come up. Like you have to be able to know what's what. Because you can't be humble and open to hear from everybody. But at the same time you gotta hear it, but you gotta be able to pick and choose what hits home. Some things are planted in your life on a daily routine to say something that's minor to get you to go down the path 5 hours. Then there's stuff that's planted to be all like, hey, you know what? Today's a good day. Like those little small notes. Today's a good day. Let's just say this. So having a good day versus a bad day. Let's say it like this. You wake up, today's a good day. You want it. You know what? I'm clocked in. But then you hear one person saying, it always starts with something small. One person, like, yeah, well, no, I think I'm about to go down to the club, do some shit, boom, boom, blah, blah, blah. So you thinking in your head, I'm about to go work out, I'm about to go do that. That's how it starts. You already starting the day off, I'm about to work out, I'm about to eat good, then I'm about to go clean up the crib and stuff like that. That's what you're thinking, right? But it's the small stuff throughout the day. So then, boom, one person, okay, I'm gonna do that. You cool, you still on your thing, you might do the workout. Boom, then the next person, like, oh man, good job, I said, cool, kudos. Next person's like, man, I just put this bitch yesterday, bro. I'm trying to tell you, but that thing was so good. So you're having these conversations, I think, you know, I go to the club, baby. I gotta do that.
Oh, okay, I see.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's some little discernment thing. It's just the things on a day-to-day basis that's small.
So basically, whoever practicing what they preach or doing things.
So, when I first heard it, I was going to disagree because the word humble means to belittle oneself or to lower yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. However, if you're going to use that word, I agree because going back to what I said earlier today, you know what I'm saying? You got to go into a situation like a baby. That is to be lower oneself. You know what I'm saying? To be open-minded to receive like you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do agree you should humble yourself when it comes to, it's very hard for me to subscribe to that word. I would say more so humiliate yourself. Like humiliation is like, you think you know, but you have no clue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say yes to that first part. Mm-hmm. I would say yes to, I agree with the same thing. I'm ever going to subscribe or take in information that's going to go against the grain when it comes to believing like I'm less than anything, man. You can never tell me as a man, especially being black, you should be, you only thing you are is a slave. Bitch, you got me. No. Like, I'm never going to subscribe to that notion. I know I'm more than that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that statement. I just wanted to kind of explain it because when I first heard it, I was like,
Probably could have worded it different though. Commandment 10, never settle, go after the life you want, and the people you want, the desired thing that you want, never settle and follow your intuition. So never settle.
Mm-hmm. Never settle is the continual aspect of growing. That separates the winners from the losers. Mm-hmm. For real. Because some people get one win and then all of a sudden they made it. Yeah. All of a sudden, oh shit. Oh, I'm good, bro. I don't need to do that, bro. You don't know that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people might get one accomplishment and then they get big-headed. You know what I'm saying? But you always gotta keep the hunger.
Yeah.
Like once you lose that, that's you're not growing no more. All of a sudden you think you went, then you start going down. It may be slow. It may be one big win that puts you up for a year. Yeah. But after that year, all of a sudden, oh shit, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta always be willing to grow and continuously push it. I'm going to, like, same thing, walking in situations, not knowing, like, that's the lifestyle of you always wanting to learn, you always wanting to grow, you're trying to do something different. Yeah, I know this, I've been doing this for 5 years and it worked for me. But he's been doing it for 5 years, but he does it a little differently. So I want to learn how you do it your way. And I've done it this way. Maybe I could pick up something from him. It's the whole thing of just you're growing, you're educating yourself.
No matter what age.
No matter what. That's what separates the winners. Mm-hmm. That's the 20%. Yeah. That's what separates everybody from everybody else. It's who's actually doing it, who's actually continuously growing and doing it, putting the action, putting the work. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's the continuous pattern.
Can you read it for me one more time? So I had these commandments down.
Never settle, send to you too. Never settle. Go after the life you want, people you want, that desired thing that you want. Never settle. Never settling is following your intuition.
I agree with that. There is a law, 48 laws of power, where it says you need to know your end goal. Keep your end goal in mind. Don't go over it.
Yeah.
I think that's true. It kind of like goes against what you're saying, I think that that's true. However, you're never settling until you accomplish that goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know when to stop.
Yeah.
But I do agree with that. I'm not settling for, what I desire. But sometimes your desires can get you fucked up. However, like for me, for example, we trainers, I'll never settle for a woman who's big. I have a meaning behind that though. It's not the fact that I don't think that big women are pretty. I don't think that they are good people. It's beyond me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a woman who takes care of her body, one, she'll have less complications when it comes to birth.
Yeah.
And also, women instill culture inside of children. So if you're the nurturer of this group, not me. That's not my responsibility. I don't have breasts. God gave you that ability. You get what I'm saying? So when a woman is feeding a child, it's called nursing. So what you feed into your body will determine how strong my child will be. That's critical for me. I'm not settling for less than that. If you don't know what you put in your body, then we got an issue. You feel me? And when it comes down to, me going out into this world, conquering everything, it's a big issue with women talking about, masculine men and shit like that. X, Y, and Z, the importance of, I don't want to cook. I don't need to know a cookbook. I don't need to have a cookbook. Well, you will determine how strong or weak this family will be. And that's not my job. I'm supposed to secure it. You feel me? But if you don't have that mindset and the end goal is to, again, play spades, we supposed to get married. Oh no, I'm not settling for less, baby. If you're a girlfriend, then shit, I'm cool with that. You know how to cook, that's cool. Because we're not subscribing to having children. But if we subscribing to having children, this is what it is, but you need to know how to cook. You need to know the importance of the nutrients that we put in our body. You need to know this. Because our children will be weak. They will get sick if they don't have this in their body. They will be more susceptible to diseases if you don't nurse them back to health. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking for me to nurse them. They looking for me like, Dad, how the fuck can I conquer the world? Okay, bet, here you go. They're looking for you like, Mom, I got a boo-boo. This shit hurts. Like, the nursing me gets my boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? That's your job. That's not my job. So I'm not settling for anybody who don't know the importance of femininity in nursing and being healthy. Because to be healthy is to heal the body. So, I'm not settling for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I agree.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Hey, what's next, man? What's next for y'all? As we close out, man, what's next?
Take over this bitch. You hear me? Nah, that's the goal. I want it all. I want everything. If I believe that, growing up without a father, men teach you to take it. Women teach you to just receive it. Power is taken. Respect is literally I can show you why I am who I am. You get what I'm saying? And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to knock your door down and I'm going to take what you have. You know what I'm saying? The concept of OPM is other people's money. You take people's money. You get what I'm saying? Slaves earn money. The 20% take money. So, to me, in my opinion, men who were raised without fathers was never taught to take what's yours. Take what you desire. Mothers give you that concept of good and bad. That moral side. Men are warriors. This is mine. I'm gonna feel this passion with what I want. So, this is what I desire. You know what I'm saying? And I want to take you along with me. But if you're not coming along this journey, then I'm willing to destroy you. Because you're gonna try to get in my way from giving me what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's something that I live by. Don't let anything, anyone come in the way of your goals, dreams, vision, and aspirations.
For sure.
If it's not an addition, then you don't even need to worry about it. It's got to add. And at the same time, you got to add.
And I agree. I think that's what, this camaraderie is about. you got to surround yourself with people who have that same desire as you to be great, to take over. You know what I'm saying? This is where the concept of soldiers and warriors united for the kingdom or for the cause. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they practice to make sure that you were sharp. We gonna spar. It's not because I want to beat you. It's because I need you to be just as good as me, because we only as strong as our weakest link. And if you weak, dog, we fuck. So I need you to be strong. It ain't because I want you to. I need you to be strong, because I'm trying to get back home and smack them teeth to my wife. But if I know you weak, I can't go out here fighting the world and let you know your slip up might fuck me up. And if you ever study war, like, most of the time, anytime a team get beat, is because the next man was the weakest link. You was bullshitting while we were supposed to be out here sharp. And now I'm distracted because you bullshitting. Boom, damn. You feel what I'm saying? So that camaraderie, that inner circle, or whatever you want to call it, council, you know what I'm saying? That shit need to be strong. So, I feed out that, because if I can't get on you to make you stronger, dog, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing.
Right. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, for me, same thing, man. I'm trying to be in the building foundational phase for the next new. Cause everything's cycling out right now. It's a phase where the old is trying to go retire, the new is coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's true. It's the cycle. So I'm trying to get that foundation built. Yeah. So when it's time to go, the training, the bonding, all that has been put into play. So when it's time to go, we in motion. We ain't stopping to, man, because we gotta work out this. We in motion. We already won. Yeah. That's what I'm working at. I'm trying to get that foundation, that team. Yeah.
I feel like we all men of service, and we leaders, but not saying that we all can't join together. Like, my goal, from last year, I just want to collab with the right people, show people that we can come together. You know what I mean, and build empires. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want. It's like it's happening. I know we ain't meet for, it ain't no
for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, even for us too, like, it's always help. It's always on time. Always on time. We just gotta keep it going, hold each other accountable. We definitely gonna work again. Definitely gonna work again. And I appreciate y'all, man, being on the show. Appreciate you back. But y'all can let y'all know social media. Follow y'all social media.
Man, shoot, y'all already know, man. It's Jaron, man. JP for short. You can add me on Instagram at JARONPEDDY. You feel me? Let's get it.
Mine is Jason Marshall _. You feel me? If you don't know how to spell, I'm on your head.
Y'all have it, man. Road to Soulless, where we on a road to completion of oneself. So make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, Road to Soulless Podcast, and stay tuned on our Instagram as well, Road to Soulless.